Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character extruder by me. So let's get into it. Giyuu Tomioka. Giyuu was a very calm and collected person, so it was hard to get on his nerves. So no wonder I've never seen him be in an outburst before. But I'd never tried to make him mad, and since it was hard, you didn't expect to see him be mad at you. Or anything like that. You've seen him be mad at others though. And even though he was a usually calm person, seeing him be mad at someone else was terrifying sometimes. He would be enraged, and he would be really, really angry, and you wouldn't want to see that. It was, to be frank, one of the most terrifying things you could ever see. But what would happen if he directed their anger towards you? It was a silly argument, but somehow he got really mad about it. Maybe it held different values to him, but you could never understand. And when you had tried to talk to him, he just got more angry at you. And the scariest thing about him was not the fact that he was yelling. No, it was the way he spoke. How curt his words were. How sharp they felt in their heart. Now you glare at you like he wanted you away. You had never seen him look at you like that, or just act that way. So you couldn't help but apologize and leave, not wanting to bother him anymore. After all, if he didn't want you around, then you wouldn't bother him. However, of course, once he has calmed down, Giyuu will come to realize what went wrong, and he will try to apologize to you. So please be patient and try to communicate. I'm sure it can't be that bad. Rengoku, it should probably just be a momentarily thing, so he would be calm all of a sudden. And even during your argument, he would try to keep his yelling in control. He doesn't want to be angry at you, and does not want to raise his voice at you at all. He's considerate, but sometimes, when the argument is too big, he would yell at you very loudly, and all of a sudden, he would see you flinch back, and he would feel guilty. The importance of the argument and whatever you were saying completely melting away as you focus on what happened and what he did to you just yelling at you like that. So you'd quiet down and look away. I'm sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean this. I just think maybe you should take a break. I'm sorry, he would say, then leave you to your own devices. He didn't want to bother you or scare you, so when he has calmed down, he'll be right back to give you a proper apology and talk things out with you. Obanai. How do you explain this? He's very complex when argued with, or whenever he's mad at you, and it would probably be during an argument that he gets it all out on you. So, maybe, while he would yell, it's not the fact that he's yelling is the worst. No, you can get over that, even though it's quite shocking. But he gives you sound treatment after, and it's hard to get a hold of him or talk to him until he's done sulking and pouting. He's difficult to deal with sometimes, much like a child. But once he's calmed down, he will come talk to you. But be careful with him. You don't upset him again. However, he will still apologize and hold himself accountable. He knows his behavior is not very adult-like and not the best way to deal with things. But sometimes he just couldn't keep himself from wanting to avoid everyone and everything whenever his emotions got out of hand. So be patient with him. Sanemi. Oh, Sanemi already felt like a raging train all the way. So what would happen if he exactly made him mad? He was already mad at everything, or seemed like he is, without anything happening. So if you made him mad, oh no, the possibility itself sounded scary to you. But it was very real and very possible still. And it was terrifying. 'Cause when he was really mad, he wouldn't yell. No, you would expect him to rage, to yell, to toss things around. But that was not the case. He was eerily calm. He would speak, and every word felt measured, and felt like it had suffocating weight around it. It was extreme, and you couldn't handle him being mad like this. It was always about the eyes with him. Sometimes, it would look like they were completely threatening without him saying anything. But when he was mad, he would also say his words and leave. Because he had told him this before he started dating, that whenever one of you was angry, you didn't want arguments. So he'd had to calm down and talk to you. But you would still end up being worried because you didn't want him to be upset with you, and you didn't want to make him any more mad than he already was. However, after he's done with his little madness thing, he would probably come around easily, wrapping his arm around you and pressing a soft kiss to your shoulder, telling you that he's sorry, and that he won't worry you like that again. Tengen, while being outrageous and flashy was his thing, he was completely non-standard when it came to arguments. He would be calmer than most, even Sanemi here. And he'd be more collected even in his madness. But all of that because whenever he was mad at you, he'd never be mad at you for a silly reason. No. It was mostly because he was worried about you. And that's why he'd be sullen about it. However, if you still want to disobey his reasonings and want to get into danger yourself, then you're most likely to get in trouble. But afterward, after all the fighting and maybe a little bit of yelling, he will talk to you and ask you not to go into any danger. He couldn't handle losing you or anything bad happening to you. And it didn't take a lot of begging from Tengen to get you to sway. So you would give in. And for that, he will reward you, telling you that he'll spend the night with you. And he spoils you so much. He's sweet like that. He's a very loving partner. And I mean, he's proven to be one. After all, he had 3 wives, and all of them loved him very dearly. And so did you. Bestest husband that anyone could ever ask for.